Good morning, everybody. We are in Puebla, Mexico. We were in the city of Puebla in the state of Puebla, one of Mexico's grandest, most ornate, gorgeous cities. I don't think that's much of an overstatement. It's the fourth largest city in Mexico. I know there are other very, very beautiful Spanish colonial cities in this country, but I don't think anything quite on this grand scale as Puebla. Also one of the oldest cities in Mexico. Back in the 16th century, the capital of Mexico, Mexico City, was built over an existing Aztec city. This city was designed from scratch by European architects. It's got a very, very European flair, feel to it, very Spanish and English. You can walk around the Zocalo and pass a building that was designed by British architects and you'll swear you are somewhere in London. And then a block or two away, you'll feel as though you're in Madrid or Barcelona. It's a very, very special place. Very interesting place to visit. Many people come here for day trips or try to do this as a day trip from Mexico City. It's about 2.5 hour drive southeast of Mexico City, and I would really advise against doing that. This place needs at least 2 or 3 nights, 3 or 4 full days to explore. UNESCO made this a World Heritage Site in 1987, just because it's such a well-preserved Spanish colonial city. Hernan Cortez, we're going to go back in time. Hernan Cortez is the king of New Spain, 1521. They want to build a city in between Mexico City and the Atlantic port of Veracruz, which is a direct sea link, a shipping link to Europe. So they built this city here, Puebla, and it has been growing ever since. There's about 3.5 million people that live in the area. Again, it's the 4th largest city in Mexico, behind Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and then Puebla. It's also the state capital of the state of Puebla. Now, aside from that, I want to make a little video about Cinco de Mayo, because here in Puebla, Cinco de Mayo actually is a pretty special day. It's important. The rest of the country may be a little less so. I know in the U.S., especially where we live in California, Cinco de Mayo is kind of made into an excuse for some people to get drunk. In 1821, Mexico finally wins independence. They fought and won independence from their colonial oppressor, the King of Spain. For 300 years, this country had a European monarch ruling it, and they basically were allowed to do as they wished, take what they wanted. Now in 1821, Mexico finally wins independence. After 300 years of oppression and imperialism, they win their independence. They are now a free country in 1821. Next 3 or 4 decades, there's this kind of political unrest, this uneasiness between the areas. In 1861, the then president of Mexico, Benito Juarez, sends a letter to his creditors, to his debtors in Europe, Spain, France, England, and basically says, checkbooks are closed. I'm not making any more payments on our loans for 2 years. So for 2 years, don't call us. We will call you. That's how it's going to be. You can imagine Napoleon, who was then the leader of France and in control of what you could say the world's strongest or most powerful army. He was coming for his money. So he decides to invade Mexico. There was a Mexican army general by the name of Ignacio Zaragoza. He rounds the troops. He is able to fend off the French army and run them out of town. They eventually return, but it's a very long story. I'm giving you the very short, concise version of why they celebrate Cinco de Mayo here in Puebla. On May 5th, 1862, Cinco de Mayo, General Ignacio Zaragoza is able to get the French army out of Puebla, at least, and it was a very celebratory event. The president of Mexico, Benito Juarez, decides to rename the city and attach Zaragoza's name to the city, so the city is still to this day known as Puebla de Zaragoza, an homage and to pay respect to Army General Ignacio Zaragoza, who again got the French out of Puebla, and therefore the people of Puebla, the Poblano people, celebrate Cinco de Mayo as the day that they got the French out of their town. Here in Puebla, Cinco de Mayo, this is the heartland of Cinco de Mayo. So tune in for more. Sign up to my videos, people. GallivantingMan, sign up to the YouTube channel. The French came looking for their money, and this is where the battle was fought. This is also a significant area for the Mexican War of Independence in 1821. There was a big battle here, I believe, in February of 1821, which was significantly important to the Mexican independence and winning their independence later that year. Unfortunately, we will not be visiting this Fort de Loreto today. Maybe we will be back in Puebla another time, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens. All right, that's it for now. We're headed back to town. Ciao for now.